Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, December the 17th. 17th, yeah. Kevin Hawthorne on the YouTube. Good to see you, buddy. Sticking up for me over there. Those YouTubers, they love me. Yin Johnson, first in on the Facebook. Yeah, Kevin Hawthorne was here on YouTube first, but for what we've been doing, you broke the tape. First, Locke is going to be looking for you. Ben Bryant number 3. We got Yin, Locke, Ben, and Jess Novak sitting on the trigger this morning. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah. How we doing, guys? What's going on? Second breakfast, maybe. Yeah, that'd be good. You can never have too much breakfast. Breakfast. You gotta have some breakfast. Eggs, bacon, the old English muffin toasted with the almond butter on there. Oh yeah, fresh coffee. Who's got it better than us? Good day, good day. Welcome in, welcome in. Jace Hunter, making it a habit. Where's Jameson? Is he on here? We got to see him. Don't give me the excuses. Yeah, 11sies. What are you checking in at? Talk to me. Scale of 1 to 10, how we doing? Pat Johnson's doing well. Yeah, going to get Pat on the Summit podcast today. Jess, we got to get you rescheduled. So yeah, we're gonna bring some folks on and mix it up a little bit. Did a great one. What did I do? Yes, the other day. Oh, I was gonna do one with Peter yesterday, but we did the coaching call instead. So we'll do him tomorrow. So yeah, I'll be reaching out to some of you guys and get you on the podcast if I haven't already. Yeah, Dave is an 8 3/4. Yeah, just want to go make breakfast now. You can do that. Sent pics or it didn't happen. Good morning, Bill Hillstrom. Yeah, the Texas contingent is strong this morning. Yeah, good to see you back here, Locke. Checking in from the hub city. There you go. What's happening? What's good? What's happening this week, guys? Let me see. Get my notes bigger so I can see without my glasses. Yeah, working on an 8 7/8. Don't get too technical. You'll confuse those that can't read a tape. Those 3 little marks and a big mark is a quarter. Yeah. Good morning, Sherry. Good to have you here. Dave Davis from Denver. Yeah. Send me the podcast schedule link. Yeah, or you could scroll back a couple days in your texts and use that one. But whatever. I'll get you. Don't task me, Dave. I'm busy over here. Oh man, I'm doing all right, Pat. Doing all right. Yeah. I had to, yeah. Rick Turner is on here. Wow. Got a family situation going on. Good to see you guys. I think if I remember right, Wendy told me you're off for the rest of the year. The most hated man on the live right now. Play your cards right. You can get some vacation time too, right? I know you earned it. So yeah, a little less than 9 inches. I jumped on a framing crew for a little bit to help a guy out on the weekend. He goes, "Yeah, give me that 42 and a quid." I go, "A what?" I go, "What's a quid?" He goes, "A little over a quarter." I go, "I don't do that, dude. I work in a cabinet shop and we count by like 64ths. So you want me to split the line or?" He's like, "Just give me the board." I don't know. Seatbelt Dave is here. Yeah. Good, Rick. I'm glad you're off. Maybe you can take care of the rest of my Christmas shopping for me. Give Wendy a break. Yeah. One of the Turner brothers going to be on the live together. We could get all 3 of us here. Yeah. That'd be good. I don't know. We don't want to all be in one place at the same time. Then somebody could get us all, Plumbing was always strong or weak cuts. Yeah, give me that 23 strong, Okay, brother. There's marks on the tape measure for a reason, guys. Yeah, yeah. Give me how about a skosh? Can you give me a 42 and a skosh? Okay, okay. Now, when it comes back to you, can you just take a half a blade off that? Yeah, push it, put the chop saw down, push it up against the blade, flex that blade a little bit, let it up, then cut it. Or you could just cut it on the line every time. You have to everybody pull their tape measure out in the morning and put it on a 2x10 and mark 2 feet and see how different the lines are, right? Yeah, I hit it between 22 and 23, just somewhere in there. Yep. Those are the guys you see that have a sledgehammer and they're just pounding that thing into place. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Nothing a good swift kick couldn't handle. So, guys, thanks for coming. I want to talk today about making decisions when you're exhausted, okay? Which for me is typically most of the time. But for you, maybe you're not. We're just talking for these 10 days about how to end overwhelm or at least wrestle it to the ground. Yeah, sounds like I've had some experience with that for sure. 220, 221, whatever it takes. It's all ball bearings these days. Oh shit, we're having too much fun already. I was thinking about day 365, which is coming quickly, and I just kind of hone in on it. It's the day after Christmas, so I guess I started on the 27th last year. So I had started 5 days before the end of the year, or so 5 days early. I said so. So 365 days will be on the 26th. Now we're going to continue. We're not going to stop, but I'll have a little extra special something lined up that day for you guys. So we'll have fun. So save some extra time. And hey, maybe we'll get a bunch on because people typically are home that day and hanging out. So Bubba says, use this for framing or trim finishing. I believe they use 2 different tape measures. Yeah. Yeah. And then if there's a gap, they I had a guy that worked for me one time. Yeah, just spooge it. I'm like, what? Just put some spooge in there, some cock. Like, well, if we cut the miter right, we don't have to spooge it. Oh man, that's some fun stuff, fun stories from those days. So, yeah, Gabe, good to see you on YouTube. Chris Pierce, good morning, sir. Good to see you. Getting more and more new faces on here all the time, so I appreciate you guys coming. Appreciate you sharing it, guys, and that has a lot to do with like I could post something and think people see it, they don't see it. But you guys share it, and someone else shares it, and they're like, "Oh, maybe I should check this out." These guys have a good time. There's Matt Blood. Yeah, yeah, that type of measuring is. I knew that would flush you out of the bushes. Matt is a man of precision. There is one measurement that works. So, good morning, Pete. How are you? Good to see you. We had a spirited coaching call last night where Pete yelled at me for an hour or so. We got through it. Oh shoot. Yep. Anyway. All right, guys. Let's talk about making decisions when you're dead tired, when you're exhausted, right? Because fatigue doesn't just slow you down, it lowers the quality of your decisions, right? Yeah, fight me. Um, most people think decisions are made from well, it wasn't smart enough to make the right decision. So lack of intelligence or didn't have enough experience or just plain not enough information, right? Yeah, extra little tile cock. Yeah. Right there in the corner where it's going to leak. So, yeah, more often than not, guys, bad decisions come from one thing, and it's really just fatigue, exhaustion. Okay, we're just tired, so we're just like, yeah, whatever, throw some money at it, make it go away. So today's about protecting your ability to think clearly, because when decision making suffers, overwhelm multiplies. Right here comes that stress. Right comes that meter. It's coming up, picking up some stress on the stress meter. Okay. Post in the chat, guys, and be honest. All right. Are you more exhausted mentally or physically right now? And maybe you're not exhausted at all, but those of you that are, do you feel like it's mentally or physically? It wasn't yelling, just passionate. Yeah, that's good. Stop yelling at me, Pete. No, it was. We did have a spirited discussion. Not quite as spirited as some of mine get with Mark Bunker, but I'll let him tell you about that. So yeah, more physically or mentally exhausted. Both, Pat says. Ben, mentally. Yeah, both. Yep, of course. Yeah, I think toward this time of year, it really can be both, right? Bubba says physical. Well, stick around one place for a while, Bubba. Chris, both. Depends if if it's like day or not. Yeah. Um, don't make this snowflake cry. No snowflakes on the live. We won't pick on you too much. Yeah. So, yeah, in working with leaders, like you guys have heard me say this before, I work with people all over the world. I hear it all the time. Oh shit. Locke says usually mentally, both today. Yeah, you've been going hard, buddy. Been a long week for you already. I gotta have some mental capacity to be mentally exhausted. Right? Yeah, so for sure. Yeah, I don't know why I said yes to that. Shit, you know. Uh I should have slowed down. Ah, shit. I should have just I should have made that call just to get that off my plate. Ever said those kinds of things? So good morning, Daniela. I think Bubba's traveled more this year than Steve Rosenberg. Yeah. Yeah. Almost every time when we hear these things, the reason's the same. You know, they weren't careless, they weren't tired. They're trying to make the right decision, right? But when you're exhausted, your brain's just looking for some relief, some comfort, some speed, some escape. Okay. Not necessarily clarity. You've heard me say before, the brain's wired to keep us comfortable and safe, right? Exhaustion makes urgency feel smarter than intention. Okay, let's just do it. Let's just. I say I want to get this off my plate, right? Um, yeah. Have you ever made a decision just to make the pressure go away? Yes or no? In the chat, ever made a decision just to make the pressure go away, even though you knew it needed more time? Anybody? Yes or no? In the chat. I know I have. Usually, it involves writing a check or paying somebody more than for what they did or what they were worth or what they deserve, just to make something go away. Pat says, "Oh yeah, for sure." Yeah. You other guys, have you ever made a decision just to make pressure go away? I bet you have. Yeah, exhaustion shrinks your decision making capacity. Okay, it just kind of narrows that, right? Like you, when you're tired, your patience drops, perspective narrows, emotions get louder. Now we might yell and holler and scream. Everything feels urgent. Everything's quick and janky, right? Small problems feel big. Oh my god, right? That's why late at night the emails feel heavier, conversations feel harder, more forced, decisions feel riskier. Yeah, Juan Carlos, good to see you this morning. Ben says totally. Matt's feeling pressure from stop yelling at me. Wendy's in there posting the links. Thank you. Good to have you. Check out Job Tread Connect, January 14th through the 16th. Guys, fatigue doesn't make you bad, all right? It just makes you reactive, okay? And it starts with some self-awareness, all right? Because tired leaders default to that short-term relief. Yeah, just whatever it takes to get it off my desk, right? When exhausted, people say yes instead of setting boundaries, right? Now, shoot, that guy got the drop on me. Guy, he kind of, I didn't realize he kind of dropped that on me pretty quickly, and I wasn't ready for that, you know, when exhausted, people are going to avoid hard conversations, right? Let's pick that up on Monday. They're going to postpone important decisions. I'm not ready to make that decision right now. I don't have the bandwidth, right? I've said that. You guys have heard me say that. When exhausted, people are going to rush to conclusions or they're going to choose comfort over clarity, right? So these decisions feel good like in the now, like temporarily, but they create long-term stress because there's just more stuff on the pile, right? Good morning, Dustin. It's just more stuff on the pile. Can you think of a decision that you've made and that you regret, that you made when tired, that you regret making? Matt Blood, yes or no? Quickly answer now, please. uh Yeah, what are those? Have you ever made a decision? I can think of give me an example. I could think of like for me, it's usually diet, right? I'm tired. I'm just gonna reach for the easy meal, right? And not always the most healthy, right? Oh, I don't feel like meal prep, and I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Let's not do that, right? Or we meal prepped that on Sunday. It looks pretty crappy on Tuesday. Let's go out, right? We make those bad decisions or, not the best decision, when we're tired, when we're exhausted, okay? So, you don't necessarily need better decisions, just need more better timing, okay? Um, one of the most probably powerful leadership habits, don't make big decisions when you're depleted. Don't be in that spot. Take a minute. Ian says, yeah, on the diet for sure. Pazookies. It's been a long, hard day. Yep. If you get with Bubba and you're somewhere in Texas, you're going to be eating the Pazookies. So Dave Davis says procrastinating. I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, but really, my thing is like putting like stuff I don't want to deal with, and I call it my shit pile over there on the bar in the corner of the counter where things go to die. Wendy can attest to that. I'll just set that right here, and I'm going to deal with that tomorrow. Never happens, you know. Or yeah, maybe what you should do instead of making a decision when you're depleted is sleep on it or write it down or schedule it or come back with clarity, right? Like delayed decisions are often better decisions if it's for the right reasons. Okay. I'm delaying this because I'm exhausted. Yeah, always do it. You can always do it tomorrow, Ben, right? Exactly. Guys, you got to protect your energy when when you're in that kind of spot. This protects your leadership. Okay. You can't lead well when your cup is empty. You've heard that expression, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? Or when your mind is fried, you know, hey, it's maybe you don't make big decisions on Fridays. It's been a long week, or after two. I don't know when your day. Nike logo says just do it. Dave says, yeah. Don't make big decisions when your patience is gone. Take some time, okay? Because that energy management stuff that is leadership. Reschedule that decision. You can do that. Put it on your phone though. Don't just set it in the corner, right? Tim Tripp, good morning. Um, yeah, that kind of stuff means like building some recovery into your day. Are you skipping your lunch and just going hammer down all day? You know, taking breaks maybe before you need them. Take those scheduled breaks. Protect your mornings. Do your thing, whatever that is, whether it's journaling or working out or spending time with your wife or husband, whatever it is. Just kind of creating those mental margins so that you're not getting pushed into a corner. Somebody catch you with your guard down, so to speak, right? Because calm leaders make cleaner decisions every single time. Okay, and maybe just create some rules for those tired moments. All right. High performers are going to use rules so they don't rely on the willpower, right? The standard. Okay, they just have a standard. I don't say yes on the spot. Boom, right? I don't send emotional emails, or I sit on it overnight because you can always say that to them the next day, whatever you were going to say. Or if things get tight, you could ask yourself, what would Bubba do? Right? Tomorrow sounds good to me, Matt Padron says. Always. Yeah. Never taken a lunch ever. Yeah. Lunch is for wimps, right? Well, yeah, but you get run down, right? How about this? I don't make big decisions after 7 p.m. I don't make big decisions after 7 p.m. Hey, I sleep on anything that feels heavy. Rules remove pressure from tired brains. Okay. You lies. Lies. Yin's giving us the real story, Locke. Yeah. Guys, post in the chat. Does anybody have an idea? What rule could you create to protect yourself when you're tired? Does any of this hit home? I should be doing second breakfast for real. Yeah. Jace, don't encourage him, Jace. Okay. WWBD means what would Bubba do? So if you ever get in a tight spot in life, just retreat and ask yourself, all right, what would Bubba do right now? He's been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Yeah, what rule could you create to protect yourself when you're tired? Maybe I like the one that I said earlier, which is I don't say yes on the spot. Or if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. Something like that, right? Yeah. I don't know if anybody will post that in the chat. Yeah, you don't need to decide everything every day, right? You need some space, some rest, some structure, a little bit of perspective. It's not a bad thing, right? Slowing down is not weakness. It's really like being a mature leader. I made the t-shirt. Brandy says, I have to take a quick walk outside no matter the weather. There you go. Yeah. Reflective question time, guys. What decisions am I making while depleted? Ask yourself that. Richard Nordheim, you beat Dan Bennett here. I made it in before 8:22. Good. Got to get Dan a shirt that says 8:22 on. He might be here. I might be hitting him hard. Tim, you got to take a couple of cuts at him though, because he was throwing you under the bus the other day. Dave Davis says I have to have downtime in the evening to decompress from my day. Yeah, we do, right? And we kind of owe that to our partner, or whoever we're hanging out with, right? To not just be on the gas all the time. They may not be our dream might not be theirs, right? How about where do I default to urgency instead of intention? That's me just writing a check to make something go away, right? Yin goes and sits by the pond and breathes. Yeah. What conversation or what conversations am I avoiding because I'm tired? Or am I just using that as an excuse? Yeah. And how could better energy management improve my leadership? Like, what kind of decisions would I be making today if I wasn't exhausted? All right, we're at 29 people. We need one more. We need one more. Somebody share this out. Vince Dudley is on here on Instagram. Good to see you, my man. Vince won his wrestling match the other day, or came in sixth out of like, I don't know, 36 or 60 people. So proud of you, Vince. Good job, brother. Yeah. Write this down and commit to it. When I feel exhausted, I will pause, not decide. When I feel exhausted, I'll take a little breather. Okay. Yeah. Guys, ask yourself, what decision are you going to pause on instead of rushing? All right. That's really the gist of today. Tim says, I'm just going to go home and sleep today. Perfect. Get caught up, right? Yeah. What can you pause on? Exhaustion doesn't mean you're failing. It means you need recovery, not pressure. Take some time if you need it. Protect your energy, protect your clarity, protect your leadership. Okay. You're not doing anybody any good if you're exhausted, you're worn out, you're just on the edge all the time. Same breakfast, different state, Richard says. Yeah. Just think to yourself, I don't decide when I'm depleted. I don't decide when I'm depleted. Okay. Guys, was this helpful at all today? Pop a fist pump in the chat if it was, or if you're going to share it. I want to thank you guys that have been sharing this. It's awesome. Pop on there and see a bunch of shares. So we see new faces every day. And a lot of the same ones, which means you guys are, there we go. We hit 30. A lot of you guys are jumping in every day, and I appreciate that. Tomorrow, day 5, we're going to talk about the power of micro consistency. All right. Pop a fist pump in the chat, or a foot, or anything but a fist pump. I guess it is at this point. People are just doing that. Yeah, I'll put something else in. We get everything from boom signs to gang signs. I don't know. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it. Juan, thank you. Lock with the fish. Yeah. Tim, fist bump. Yeah. You guys are great. I love it. Yin, I think those are waves, I think. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys jumping in today. Wednesday, December 17th. Who's got their Christmas shopping done? Brandy says, Michael Ross, contractors don't listen. Never. But we're bucking the trend by showing up, right? Who says contractors don't show up, right? Not the engagement you want, it's the engagement you need. You need me on your live. You want me on your live. Speaking of that, where's Dave Brackett? Touring Man reached out to me this morning, or he commented on a post. So he's around. He's doing things. He's riding that motorcycle. So, dude, if you're watching this on the rewind, we miss having you in the chat. Pop in and see us sometime. So I don't yet, missing a couple small things. Yeah, I'll do that next week. Chris, nope, me, yep, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, guys, if you don't get your Christmas shopping done, Wendy's laughing, right? I literally haven't been out. I've been here. I've been here. So she's been a savage. We make a list. She goes. She just knocks stuff out. She's all business. And I'm so fortunate to have her be able to help with that stuff. So probably Saturday I'll kind of go, hey, I think I gotta run a few errands. Get out there and mix it up, put the bumpers on the car and just go for it. Justin Kohler, good to see you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially when you're younger. You're pretty young, so that used to be a pretty regular thing for me. Just you want to wait until that last day before. That way you get the best selection of everything, and everybody's so nice. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Or go to one place and get everyone the same thing, just a different color and size. Yeah. Amazing shopping last night with Amy. Good. I thought you were at the game. Bubba posted, I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out. Yeah. I showed that picture to Wendy. I said, "Man, Bubba gets all over the place, but you always makes time for the girls and son and wife." So just crazy to see how much you squeeze in, man. I don't know how you do it. And now you're in New York now. Shit, come on over. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump. So yeah, I know where you can get cool shirts. Sue Weir says. Yeah, check out that link that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Wendy with her Etsy store. Got a big shipment in yesterday, guys. So don't tell her I told you, but there's 2 boxes of those things right in the kitchen right now. So if you live locally and you want something, hit Wendy up with a DM, because these things are getting SKUs put on them and taken to a. It's not a consignment. What do you call it? A artisan store, I guess, where she's got a little corner booth, so to speak, up in Naples. And I'll get the name of the store for you guys. Or Wendy, maybe you could put it in there. So she's getting that stuff all worked out today. But I know she would love to not put a SKU on it and come to wherever you are and deliver you a shirt today, tomorrow. For those of you that are like Justin, that wait until the last minute, we got you covered. So yeah, Bubba, she's on fire. Every time I tell her, you want to do, she just says Lee Labrada. I go, what do you mean Lee Labrada? She remembers a story about Lee Labrada, how they had with his nutrition company, how they had 261 SKUs and they weren't growing. And he cut it down to like 64 SKUs and the place took off. They went from like 50 million to 100 million, like not overnight, but within a year or so. So I haven't announced yet. More to come, local people. I just blew up her whole program. I'm probably in trouble when I go upstairs. Just trying to help, But anyway, so she's keeping a limited number of SKUs in honoring the Lee Labrada program of kind of keeping it simple. So a gallery of sorts. Yes, Locke. Woohoo, Wendy. Yeah, she's going. It's doing a good job with it and takes it very seriously. Less is more, Rachel says. Yeah, business lessons flying all over this son of a gun here this morning. So, yeah, I got a few coaching calls this morning, a few things to do, and this afternoon as well. And then going to shoot a podcast later today with Pat Johnston. I've got one I'll probably post tomorrow with Casey Fabling. That was a great conversation. And then Eric Ernest, not Ernest or Ernest, it's Ernest. When I learned a interesting little fact about him during our podcast. So I'll probably post that early next week. Just posted one with the Bunkers from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. We did Mark and Michelle podcast together. That went really well. Always love chatting with those guys. Sue Weirs needs another shirt. So she said if you had enough people watch, she would be upset. She'd be upset. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day today. I appreciate you sharing it out. And those of you that are watching on the rewind that are going to share it, I appreciate you. Pop a fist pump in the chat. Make a comment so I at least knew you were here. Those of you on Instagram, thank you. Vince Dudley showed up. Tyler Kirk showed up on Instagram over here. So love that this got added to the Instagram live. Yeah, I've kind of pivoted between the Summit Coaching Instagram page and the Bob Turner one just to see kind of where things would land. So I think today I streamed it on the Summit Coaching one. And son of a gun, we flushed Tyler, who recently had a birthday. We flushed him out of the bushes. So thank you. You and I need to get on a phone call soon, talk about some stuff. So I appreciate all you guys that share it. Please share it again. Share. Try to build a community here and have fun and just pour in. And make sure day after Christmas you join me. So we're going to do something special that day to celebrate the consistency and the discipline of not just me, but all of you guys showing up every day and making this part of your day. So I appreciate you all. I love you. Have a great day. If you need me, let me know. We'll get after it. All right. Take care. We'll see you guys.